Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities, in case you missed it, for December 2025. Here, we gather up some weird and offbeat stories that mostly happen throughout the current month that you might not know about. So, let's not waste any time and jump right into it. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but I am a seafood enjoyer. Crab legs, shrimp, mahi-mahi, deep fried oysters, and much more. I absolutely love. I'm not a fan of lobster though. I find it very overrated. However, many people love it. So much so that there's a black market for it. And lobster theft is on the rise. Most recently in Illinois, $400,000 in live lobster was stolen by a fraudulent trucking company that had fake credentials, websites, and trucks where they can quickly change the names on the side of them. The shipment from this particular warehouse was bound for Costco, and interestingly enough, this isn't the first theft that happened that was supposed to go to Costco. In November, crab meat and oysters were stolen from the same warehouse. It's believed that the lobsters have already been sold to restaurants and there have been no arrests so far. This is Stephen Palvick, and he is a Florida man. Stephen was hired by the Salvation Army to jingle the bell and ask people for donations. Easy enough job, right? Well, for your average person, yes. However, Stephen is a Florida man and is anything but average. Stephen might have had a little too much special eggnog and was drunk and belligerent. He was cursing at people walking by and for not donating, and even confronting them. Stephen was stationed next to a Publix, and all the hooting and hollering caused the Publix manager to come out and speak with him. Needless to say, Stephen wasn't having it, and he grabbed the kettle tripod and tried to stab the Publix manager with it. Cops were called, but Stephen hightailed it out of there. He was eventually arrested at his home and charged with aggravated assault and resisting arrest. So Stephen is now bringing in the new year, sharing a cell with Bubba. This is Roy Marsh, and he is not a Florida man. He's a British man from Lincolnshire, and he was slapped with a heavy fine of what equates to $334.50, which was lowered to $200, of which he paid. So by now you should be asking, why was he fined? Well, Marsh is 86 years old, has asthma, and a heart condition. As he was walking around the lake, he inhaled a leaf and started choking on it. Luckily, he was able to cough it up and spit it out. Fortunately, 2 cops were there and went up to Roy, not to check on him, but to fine him for the environmental crime of spitting out a leaf. Common sense is truly dead. No word on if Roy tried to fight this or not, but reports show others have been fined for similar things and have complained to local government. No changes to this ridiculous law has been made as of yet, and it's nice to know that Lincolnshire, England has their priorities straight, which is find the most ludicrous ways to generate revenue. Here's a somewhat feel-good story for you all. This took place at Lark Street Music, a vintage guitar store in New Jersey. So what you're seeing here are 2 mandolins, and unfortunately these mandolins were stolen. The thief was captured on camera stuffing the instruments under their coat and walking on out. Well, a few days later, someone walked into the store, believed to be the thief, and returned the mandolins along with a note that said, "Sorry, I've been drunk. You're a good man." The thief then ran out of the store as he was being chased by the owner. However, he got away and no arrests have been made. And our final story comes to us from a liquor store in Virginia where an employee discovered broken bottles of alcohol thrown around. They even discovered how the culprit entered the store via a hole in the roof. And here's the kicker. The culprit was still in the store hiding, or rather sleeping off a wild bender. As it would turn out, the culprit was a raccoon. The raccoon was walking on top of the roof and came crashing down into the liquor store and decided why not enjoy itself. Animal control was called and got the raccoon and checked it out. It had no injuries and was perfectly fine. However, it was possibly suffering from a major hangover and was released back into the wild. And that concludes In Case You Missed It for December 2025. Thank you all for watching, and if you have your own offbeat and weird stories, be sure to share it with us in the comment section down below or on social media. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to Unexplained Possibilities. Thank you again for watching, and we will be seeing you in the new year.